Namaste. Welcome to our class today. When you're ready, please find a comfortable Shavasana, comfortable position for your constructive rest today. Ensuring that you've got lots of extra cozy layers and socks, a blanket, maybe something to just support your head, an eye pillow for the eyes. Coming to lying down on the earth. Arranging the back body so it feels totally comfortable. The legs and the feet, the arms and the hands. Allowing the eyes to close. See if you can, a little bit more easily, just sense into your body. Feel the weight of your body. Sensing the gravity that pulls you towards the ground. Allowing the body to relax from within. Allowing the breath to settle. And see if you can breathe out deeply. And when you breathe in a little bit more lightly. Feeling and sensing those parts of the body which touch the ground. Buttocks, parts of your legs and feet. And the weight of the body just pressing down on these parts, just a little bit. Imagine, if you can, that the ground, the earth, is receiving your weight willingly and openly. So you can just let your weight sink down into the ground and give all holding away. Just trust that the earth is holding you. Feeling and sensing your body breathing in and out. With each breath, just sense how your belly expands. And as the belly expands, it creates a lot of space around your chest and heart. And with each of your out breaths, you let go of the breath and relax a little bit more. And while you're breathing out, just let the weight of your body wash down, as if you can use the out breath as an energy which washes through your body down into the earth. And the earth is receiving willingly all of that burdens you. See if you can release it. Let it all go. Allow the out breath to wash it all down through the body into the ground. And with each of your in-breaths, draw in the lightness of fresh air and let your body be filled with that lightness. As you continue to do that, if you sense that there's still any tension left in any part of your body, any hardness, any pain, just see if you can direct your out breath especially to those parts, releasing all the tension and giving it away to the ground. Let any holding just melt away. Sensing and feeling how your body becomes more relaxed, resting on the ground and filled with a lightness, aliveness, fresh energy, joy. Feel the peace of releasing and just letting go. Carefully, very slowly, allowing awareness to come back into the room and back onto your body on the earth. Still keeping the eyes closed if you wish. Start to take a bend in the knees if the knees aren't already bent. Interlacing the fingers around the knees, around the shins as you draw the knees up over the chest, guiding the thighs in towards the chest. And maybe just having a moment of lovely stillness here. Or maybe just gently rocking from side to side, squeezing out the lower back into the belly, into the hips. If you're rocking from side to side, just bringing a bit of movement into the body today. If you're still and that suits you today, that's absolutely fine. And then from here, you might just want to start to blink the eyes open. Just coming around to your body, being ready for our practice, being aware of any tightness, tension that we need to look after during our practice today. And then allow the knees to come back to centre if you're rocking from side to side. Bring awareness to the neck and the chin, tuck the chin in slightly to ensure the back of the neck is nice and safe. You've got that length through the spine, up through the neck, up through the crown of the head. And take your right hand on top of your right kneecap and release the left arm alongside the body. Just guide the knees away so it doesn't feel so tight around the belly, it feels a little bit more comfortable. Keeping the right knee where it is, so that right side of the pelvis nice and steady. Slowly, carefully, just start to circle through the left side. You want to maybe just draw the front ribs back. If there's a slight rocking, let's start to switch on those core abdominal muscles if they don't already switch on today. Sometimes they don't, depending on what sort of week we've had. But we want stillness from the pelvis, especially the right side, and that movement is just coming very much from the left side. Keep releasing around the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. When you're ready, change direction of your circles. You can sense how this pose feels in your body today, working into those lower abdominal muscles, those core abdominal muscles into the hips. Bring that left knee back to centre. Let's swap hands around. Take the left hand on top of the left kneecap. Release the right hand, keeping the left side nice and still. Just start to circle slowly, carefully through the right side. Draw those front ribs back if that helps you. Just movement coming from the right side of the pelvis. Keep releasing around the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. Keep breathing. Maybe feeling that into the front of the thighs, into the quads. Changing direction of your circle when you're ready. Sensing how the hip flexors feel today. Into the glutes and the lower back. Nice and gentle, nice and easy. When you're ready, bring that right knee back to center. Release the left hand and extend both feet towards the ceiling. Draw the front ribs back, release around the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. Point the toes up towards the sky. This time we're going to keep the right side nice and still. Start to circle through the left leg. So just as we did with the knees bent, we're going to extend through that left leg. Extend the toes towards the sky. Stretching through the legs. If it's too much to point the toes, just have the sole of the feet pointing up towards the sky. Either is fine. No right or wrong. Two big circles, having some control. Change direction of the circle on the left side. So we're doing a few more circles with the legs extended. If it's too much, and you can really feel that into the hamstrings, just hug the knees in towards the chest for a moment and continue when you're ready. Good, a few more. Bring that left leg back to centre, keeping the left leg nice and steady. Start to circle through the right side. So remember, have the sole of the foot flat, pushing up towards the ceiling. Or maybe it's possible for you to point the toes on the right side. No right or wrong, whatever feels comfortable, but sense how the legs feel, those core abdominal muscles and the lower back. Take a break at any time. A few more on the right side. Nice, quiet and easy breath. Change direction when you're ready. So the movement just coming from the right side of the pelvis. A little bit more control we need through those core abdominal muscles in the lower back with the legs extended out. Maybe they're feeling that into the internal, external obliques. Maybe we can feel it into the glutes. Just observe. Slowly, don't rush. Work through all the muscles in the tummy, the lower back and the legs if we could just slow the movement down. A few more here. Bring that right leg back to stillness. And then we're going to squeeze the legs together. So we're going to squeeze the top of the thighs, the knees, the lower legs, ankles and feet. And start to circle one way. Both legs together, toes pointing up towards the ceiling if you can, or if that gives cramp, have flat feet, just as we were. We're still breathing, we're still releasing through the neck, the shoulders and the jaw. Lovely. Then change direction when you're ready. Maybe anti-clockwise or clockwise circles opposite to what you've just been doing. Nice and controlled. Nice. Come back to center. Well done. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And gently rock from side to side. Allow the knees to come back to centre and raise your right arm up. Keep that right arm elevated as you carefully make your way onto your right side, resting here with the head on your right arm. Allowing yourself to take a little fuller inhale and a little fuller exhale. When you're ready, slowly, carefully bring awareness into the left fingers, left hand. When you're ready, push down into that left hand. Use that left hand to steady yourself. As you push all the way back up, we're going to come into a comfortable Sukhasana. So sitting on a cushion from your sofa or on a yoga block if you have one, or a blanket. Just deciding the best position for your legs today. If they're extended out in front and the hamstrings are tight, just roll up a small blanket to prop the back of the thighs. You want engagement through the legs, toes towards the sky, or find that lovely comfortable cross-leg position. Either way, I would encourage you with either the legs extended out in front or the legs crossed, just to get really comfortable with what you're sitting on. So have a little wiggle around through the sitting bones. Feeling comfortable through the whole pelvic bowl. Just release the hands onto the lap. Rooting down through the pelvis, allowing the spine to lengthen the sides of the body, around the rib cage, the lungs, the back body. We can soften and release the shoulders. Keep the chest nice and open. Collarbones floating up towards the sky, crown of the head extending up towards the ceiling. Nice, slow, deep breathing, deep breath. Inhaling and exhaling. With each and every exhale, notice the shoulders just dropping, the chest expanding, creating that vital space. Let's take the arms out nice and wide. Inhaling here, out stretching through the arms, the hands and the fingers. All the way up, the palms meet and Anjali Mudra. Exhale down to heart space. And a couple more. Inhale, opening the chest. Reaching, lengthening through the sides of the body, the shoulders, the arms, hands. Exhale. And another two. Inhale, widen. Exhale. And our last one. Exhale slowly down to heart space in Anjali Mudra, just resting here for a moment, relaxing the shoulders. Releasing your right hand to your left knee, the left hand all the way behind, just coming onto fingertips on the left hand towards the middle of the back of your mat. As you take that left arm round, guide the ribs and the tummy towards the centre. Inhale here, lengthen. As you exhale, keep that length through the spine. Slowly, carefully rotate round towards the left. Tuck the chin in, keep breathing. Nice deep rotation through the body. Keeping that mobility and flexibility through the spine. Inhale here. As you exhale, keep that lovely length through the spine. Slowly, carefully guide your ribs back to centre. Swap the arms and hands round. So your left hand to your right knee. You can take the back of that hand if you want to, or just cup the kneecap with your left hand. But find the right fingertips all the way around the back of your mat, just as we did on our first side. With that right hand behind, take care to guide the ribs and the tummy back to centre. Inhale here, find that lovely length. Crown of the head towards the sky. As you exhale, you keep that length. But find your rotation round towards the right side, tucking in the chin, but you're keeping breathing here, you're not holding the breath. Inhale. lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, slowly, carefully make your way back to center. Coming back into a comfortable Sukhasana, your easy pose. Maybe changing the cross of your legs if ankles and feet are going back to sleep. Making sure we've got a comfortable seated position and we can find that lovely length through the spine. We're going to come into a seated guided breath meditation. Excuse me. So it's really important that you feel comfortable here. You can rest the hands on the thighs, or maybe you want to have the back of the hands turning up towards the ceiling, and you can take that Gyan Mudra with the tip of your thumb and forefinger to accept and receive the universal energy, whichever way you want to have the hands, the fingers, the arms, but it's really important that you feel as comfortable as you possibly can. And when you're ready, just allow the eyes to close. Becoming aware of the breath. Becoming aware of the whereabouts of the breath today. Maybe sensing the breath a little deeper down into the body, around the belly. Maybe the breath is a little bit higher up, around the chest, the collarbones. Just observe, no right or wrong. Feeling a quietness in the breath and the mind. Allowing that quietness to come back into the body. So in a moment, we're going to come into Samavriti, box breathing or square breathing. Hopefully you can remember this from our classes together. So box breathing is a lovely pranayama exercise where we're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold the breath for 4, exhale for 4, and then keep the breath out of the lungs for 4. It's basically a practice where we reset the breath, highly effective if there's any stress. We're holding in the body, in the mind, in the breath. And with any pranayama exercise, if it doesn't suit you, to control the breath in this way, sometimes it can make us feel a little bit panicky. If it doesn't suit you today, just keep breathing normally. So keeping the eyes closed, we're sitting comfortably with a long spine. We're going to do this exercise with the lips sealed. If you prefer to breathe in and out through the mouth instead of the nose, then of course you can do that. So sealing the lips when you're ready, see if you can inhale through your nose to a count of 4. And then we're going to hold the breath for 4, so keeping the lungs nice and full for 4. Then we exhale for a count of 4. And then we pause. We keep the lungs empty for 4. So inhaling for 4. Hold, keep the lungs full for 4. Exhale for 4. Pause, holding the breath out, so keeping the lungs empty for 4. So continuing this with your own breath. If you lose a thread of the breath, don't worry, come back to what you can remember to do, and equally, if you need to take a break and just come back to normal breath, then please do so. more round. After your next slightly longer exhalation, that space after the exhalation, you're keeping the lungs empty. Allow your lovely normal breath to just return back into the body. You can release the arms and hands if you want to from whatever position you had for the Samavriti Pranayama. Allowing the breath to come back into the body, easy in, easy out, observing whether anything has shifted and changed in the breath, in the body, in the mind. Maybe there's a slight shift, maybe observing nothing at all, no right or wrong. Start to blink the eyes open slowly, carefully, maybe just looking down to the mat. Allowing a little light to start to filter back in. When you're ready, just bringing your chin up, bringing your gaze up. There you are. Start to circle the shoulders, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, circling backwards. And then allow the circles to come forwards. Releasing the shoulders and the arms, coming off your cushion, your blanket or your yoga block. Let's come down to lying on our fronts. We're going to come into a variation of locust pose, which we've done before. So having some padding to pad out the front of the hips, the tummy, especially around the pubic bone. Take a moment as you relax down onto your tummy to ensure you're fully comfortable. Placing that padding underneath the belly, bending up the elbows and just releasing your forehead onto the back of your hands. The legs are outstretched behind us. You're going to keep your forehead on the back of your hands for the duration of the pose. The movement is going to come from the glutes, the lower legs, really working into those lower back muscles and our core abdominal muscles. If you need to take a break at any time, please do so. So keeping your forehead on the back of your hands, inhale here. As we exhale, engage the legs, point the toes out towards the back of your mat and lift the legs off the mat. Check how the lower back feels. If the lower back feels uncomfortable, just lower the legs slightly. Keeping that engagement through the legs off the mat, your forehead on the back of your hands, start to swing the legs slowly. Keep breathing. Releasing the legs, the feet down. Draw the big toes towards one another. Flop the heels out to the sides. Straighten through the legs again. Tops of the feet onto the mat behind you. Forehead onto the back of the hands. Inhale, as we exhale, engage through the legs, point the toes away. Start to slowly swim through the legs, watch the lower back. Keep breathing. Releasing the legs down, well done. Bring the big toes towards one another, heels out to the side. Catching your breath. Release the feet. Release the hands from underneath the forehead. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Push up and back. Find your child's pose. Maybe a nice wide-legged child's pose. Sink the belly, mount the chest down. Release the arms and the hands. Nice deep breaths here. Inhale. As you exhale, allow the spine to slowly, carefully uncurl, come all the way up. Let's remove everything from our mats. Remove your blanket. Remove socks unless you've got your special yoga sticky socks. Let's get ready to come into our downward facing dog today. Good tabletop position. Hands are safe, fingers are spread apart. Wrists are directly underneath the shoulders. Look down at your knees for a moment. Make sure the knees are hip width apart. Push into the earth, creating space around the shoulders, the ears. Releasing any tension out of the neck by keeping your gaze down towards the mat. Tuck your toes under when you're ready. Shift back and up into downward facing dog. Walk the dog from here. Slowly, don't rush. Maybe really getting into the right and the left leg. Really on a big walk here. Coming back to a static downward facing dog when you're ready. So any time through what we're doing in downward facing dog you need to take a break, then please do so. Come into a child's pose, releasing down. Releasing the hands, the wrists and the fingers. When you're ready, shift the weight into the left foot, reach the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Releasing the neck and the head. Take a bend in that right knee. Shift that right foot to the outside of the left hip, enabling you to look underneath that right armpit. Holding it here if you can, and breathe in. Leveling the hips back up, release that right foot down. Walking the dog slowly again. Coming back into your static downward facing dog, shifting the weight to the right foot, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Take a bend in the left knee, shift that left foot to the outside of the right hip, enabling you to look underneath the left armpit. Breathe in. Really stretching through the belly and the lower back. Nice. Well done. Straighten the hips back up, release that left foot down. Take your downward facing dog, take a break if you need to. Keep drawing the ribs in towards the thighs, relaxing the neck and the head. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees and look towards your hands, taking as many steps. Walk the feet towards the hands, hands towards the feet in our Uttanasana. Make sure the feet are hip width apart. Make sure we're releasing the neck and the head totally, so the crown of the head is towards the floor. Release the hands onto the lower legs, so just below the shins, around the front of the ankles, the front of the feet. We're going to inhale, we're going to slide the hands up the shins so they rest below the knees, not on the knees. At the same time, we lengthen through the spine, the crown of the head directly up in front. Exhale, slide the hands back down, release the head. Keep bending the knees, watch your back. Inhale, Slide the hands up the shins, resting below the knees, straightening, lengthening out the pelvic bowl through the length of the spine, crown of the head in front of you. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. And our last one. Inhale. Exhale, releasing down. Releasing into your full Uttanasana. Breathing into the upper back body. Releasing the neck and the head. A few more breaths here. Keep breathing as you start to stack the back all the way up vertebrae on top of one another. Keeping the knees bent. Releasing through the neck and the head. Allowing the fingers, hands and arms to be heavy. Take your time as you stack each vertebrae on top of one another. Don't rush. Be mindful of your back health, the health of your spine, blood pressure. No need to rush. Come up slowly, carefully. Coming all the way up. The last thing to come up will be your neck and your head. Then you're able to straighten through your legs, straighten through your knees. Come to face me when you're ready. Coming into a nice grounded Tadasana, feet hip width apart, sensing the connection with the four corners of the feet as they root down into the earth. Drawing up that lovely Pada Bandha energy through your insteps, the whole length of your legs. Kneecaps are lifted, the thighs are firm, the pelvis is neutral. The right and the left side of the body is lengthening. We can release the shoulders, release the arms and the hands, extending all the way out through the crown of your head. Being grounded and safe here. Just coming back to the breath for a moment. Just being here and now in this precise, this very moment. Nice calm breath, allowing the mind just to match the calmness of the breath. When you're ready, let's come into a comfortable wide stance. We'll come into a variation of Trikonasana, triangle pose. So we've done Trikonasana, triangle pose before. So when you're ready, turn the toes on the right foot out, turn the toes on the left foot into about 45 degrees. As you set yourself up in this stance today, make sure you feel balanced and stable here. You don't already feel unbalanced. If you do, just maybe bring the stance slightly shorter. With the right foot turned out, the left foot turned in, direct your ribs and your hips towards me. Raise your arms up, release the shoulders, palms of the hands towards the earth. Turn your gaze towards your right hand, and when you're ready, you're going to reach. So imagine I'm pulling your right hand, your right fingers away. And when you're ready, take the right hand down, take the left arm up. You can gaze up to your left hand or down towards your right foot. So breathing into this lovely Trikonasana today. You're going to bring your right arm up to rest alongside the right side of your head. And then exactly the same with the left arm. When you're ready, you're going to inhale, come all the way up. And exhale. Let's repeat. Push down firmly into the feet. So the knees and the legs need to be straight. We don't bend the knees. If you need to, because of tight hamstring, then please, by all means, do. More. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Release that right arm down, the left arm up. Keep your gaze down towards your right foot this time. A few more breaths here. Inhale as you exhale. Keep the arms outstretched. Come up slowly, carefully, well done. Release the arms and the hands. Let's swap the feet round, left foot in, right foot out. So just as we did on our first side, make sure you feel balanced and stable here. Keep the legs nice and straight, turn your ribs, your tummy towards me. Feel nice and square, raise up the arms, release the shoulders, palms towards the earth. When you're ready, you're going to reach over towards your left side. And put in your left finger, your left hand all the way out. Come back into your Trikonasana. Left hand down, right hand up. Keep your gaze up towards your right hand or down towards your left foot. Pushing into the feet. Breathe in. Smiling. Take your left arm by the left side of your head, the right arm to the right side of your head. When you're ready, inhale, push into the feet, come all the way up. Exhale. Repeat. Good. Really using all that muscular strength in the legs. You can feel it down into the ankles and the feet. How much you rely on your core muscles to make this transition. Not an easy pose to do. The side bend, coming all the way up to a vertical stance. A couple more, well done. And our last one, inhale. Release the left hand, take the right arm up, keep your gaze down towards your left foot if that suits you. A couple more breaths here. Inhale here. As you exhale, coming all the way up, pushing into the feet, keep the arms outstretched. Release the arms, well done. Turn your toes towards me. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 2 into Skandasana. And you will need really nice open hips and warmed up muscles in the legs for this pose. We're going to flow between the two. So let's come into our Virabhadrasana 2 stance. Turn the toes on your right foot out, turn the toes on your left foot in as you were. Check how you feel here, bring the stance slightly shorter if you need to. Take a nice bend through that right knee. We've done this lots of times. Keep the safety in that knee. It's directly above the ankle. We can see the big toe. You're pushing down firmly into the outer edge of that left foot. Just as we did before, guide your ribs and hips towards me. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Raise your arms up. Release the shoulders. Palms towards the earth. Turn your gaze over towards the right. Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to come into our flow when you're ready. Inhale here. As you exhale, take a bend in the left knee. Point the toes on the right foot. Squat down into Skandasana. Inhale, make that transition into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale. Nice. So really check in and testing our balance and our flexibility here. See what I mean about really needing warm and open hips to make that transition safely between the two poses, Virabhadrasana 1 and Skandasana. 2 more. So we can hold it in Skandasana. Good. Release. Release the arms. Let's swap the feet round. Turn the left foot out, right foot in. Checking how you feel here. Let's make that lovely Virabhadrasana. 2 legs with the left side, knee directly above the ankle. We can see the big toe. Reaching down firm into the outer edge of that right foot. Turning your hips hips and ribs towards me, draw the navel in towards the spine, take the tailbone down. Raise the arms, release the shoulders, take your gaze towards your left hand. Virabhadrasana 2. When you're ready, let's come into Skandasana. So, bend the right knee, nice straight leg through the left, toes up towards the sky, sinking back down. That's it, you've got it. Maybe a little bit trickier on one side than the other. I know this side doesn't feel as easy as the other side. Might be something to do with an old injury I've got in my lower back, which is just making itself known to me. So keeping that in mind, not pushing myself too far into this flow. Two more. Inhale, exhale. Lovely. Inhale, exhale. See if you can hold it here. Smile. Good. Coming all the way up, releasing back into Virabhadrasana 2. Release the arms. Straighten up through the left leg, toes towards me. Heel toe back to centre. Coming back in to Tadasana. Hands on your hips, bend your knees. Circle the hips. Releasing everything out. Lower back tummy. Hamstrings, quads. Calf muscles, ankles. Change direction of your circles when you're ready. Down into the muscles, the ligaments, the feet. Come all the way back up. When you come back to centre, slowly, carefully. Come into one final pose before our final Shavasana. Come into a comfortable Sukhasana, easy pose, with a bow. Come into a lovely forward fold. So come to sit in on a block cushion from your sofa or a rolled up blanket. Extending the legs all the way out in front, ensuring that the sitting bones feel comfortable. Just release the arms and the hands, point the toes up towards the sky. As you sit here, feel comfortable through the sitting bones, the length of the spine, the shoulders. And take your yoga belt, your dressing gown belt or an old tie. Just take it around the soles of both feet. Ensuring the belt is equal in both hands. We can release the elbows in towards the side of the body as we draw the hands slightly further up towards the body. Making sure as we come into this pose, we don't start the pose with the elbows out to the side. We want to start to feel relaxed and released around the chest, the shoulders and the arms. So just figuring out the best position for you to hold your belt or your tie. Drawing the elbows in, lengthen here. Extend the crown of the head towards the sky. As you exhale, we're going to bring our stomach to the top of our thighs as we walk the hands down the belt. We want to look past our toes. So we want to prevent just arching the back, looking down towards the knees. We want to look past our toes, past the top of the mat. So we've got that lovely length through the spine, the back body, stretching through the backs of the legs. Maybe you can reach your feet with your hands. But don't overstretch yourself if that's not happening for you. Just hold on to the belt. Breathe in and we're releasing the shoulders. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly, carefully slide the hands up your belt or your old tie, facilitating the spine to go all the way back up to neutral. Release the belt when you're ready. Bend up the knees. Take the hands either side of the block or the cushion. When you're ready, take both the knees over towards the left. Come back to centre. Sit both the knees over to the right. Just helping just to release out through the lower back and the hips a little bit more. One more time to centre, one more time to the left. One more time to centre. One more time to the right. Bringing the knees all the way back up, hug the knees. Find your seated child's pose. Just lower the head for a moment. Inhale as you exhale. Guiding your chin, guiding the forehead all the way back up. Let's get some warm layers on to come into our final Shavasana, our final constructive rest. A moment to put socks on, jumpers or cardigans. Coming all the way down to lying down, maybe supporting the back of the head. Feeling comfortable with the blanket for warmth. Maybe having an eye pillow just to darken the eyes. Releasing and relaxing. Arranging your legs and feet. Coming back to the breath. Now the breath to breathe out deeply. And the breath in, your inhale, just to breathe in lightly. Again, sensing those parts of the body which touch the ground. Your buttocks, parts of your legs and feet. The ground, the earth is receiving your weight willingly and openly. Just letting your weight sink down into the ground. Just trusting that the earth is holding you. Taking a moment to unclench your jaw. Softening the tongue into the base of the mouth. Integration of our practice here today.